Unit 4, page 53. Listening to.
Rob, do you think you could spare a minute and help me out with something?
Sure. What is it?
Well, I'm working on the Longfellow case. You know, the company that's planning to increase its share capital.
Right. What do you want to know?
I have to admit that this is the first time I've done this kind of thing. There certainly are a lot of steps that have to be followed, and I don't want to forget anything.
I understand. But it's really pretty straightforward, you'll see. Let me show you what we usually use when we take care of any kind of changes in company structure. We've got these checklists, you see, that tell you what has to be done and in what order. It also tells you what regulations to refer to in different cases and what documents need to be filed, for example. Have a look.
Looks good. I think this would help.
I'm sure it will. Let me talk you through it.
Great.
Well, the first thing you have to do is check the Memorandum of Association to find out how much the company's share capital is.
OK.
Then you have to find out whether they've issued all their share capital already or not. The next step will be to determine the amount of increase of share capital.
Ah, I know that already.
Good. Tell your client that they have to call a board meeting, but at reasonable notice, and a quorum of directors has to be present.
Quorum?
That's the minimum number of members required so that business can be carried out.
Uh-huh.
At this meeting, the directors have to pass a resolution that they'll hold an EGM where they will vote on the increase of share capital.
An EGM is the Extraordinary General Meeting, right?
Right. But before the EGM can take place, the shareholders have to be informed by notice about the EGM. This notice must state the following things. You see them listed here on the checklist. Date, time, place, proxy, ordinary resolution, consent to short notice.
What does consent to short notice mean?
That just means that they agree to the meeting being held soon, without everyone knowing about it a long time in advance.
I see. And now what?
Well, the chairperson is required to preside at the EGM, and it's necessary that a quorum is present. Then the resolution has to be passed by a simple majority. That's all.
What about the paperwork that has to be done?
Right. Well, minutes of the two meetings, the board meeting and the EGM, have to be drawn up. Finally, within 15 days, the following documents have to be filed at Companies House: the ordinary resolution, the notice of increase of nominal capital, and the amended memorandum. And you're finished.
Thanks, Rob. I'll just take a copy of that checklist.